And now it's time for another break because I'm not in shape. There is no people here. I haven't seen a human being today at all. Occasionally I would see a house like that one over there, but I haven't seen people. Okay, time to go again. Up, up, Okay, right here is another flat area, and it would not be okay for me to not rest a bit again. So that's what I'll do. You walk your bike. You walk it a lot. And you rest a lot. That's how you go bikepacking when you're out of shape. You do it until you get into shape, which in my case was weeks. But we got a little bit of flat in front of us. Let's ride the bike while it's still flat. Flat, flat, flat. Opa. Flat. Oh, look at this hole. Don't want to fall there. Huh? You didn't expect me to see me riding in this video, huh? I'm gonna stop in about 5 seconds. Oh! Stopped. And now back to hike a bike. The good news is you will get into shape if you just keep going. That's how human body works. You keep exercising and you will get into shape. But you gotta do it carefully. Listen to your body. Don't force yourself, and take a lot of breaks. Take lots of breaks during your ride, and take lots of days off when you don't ride at all, so you can recover and let your muscles recuperate. It's important to set the right goals before your trip. Goals that you can achieve. Small goals to begin with, and then you'll go up from there. You don't need to be on the move for 8 hours a day or cover any distance you might think in advance you should cover to reach your destination on time. In fact, you should not have a schedule and you should not have a timetable at all. If you are out of shape, your goal should not be to be fast or to go far or to ride a daily distance you predetermined. That is how injuries happen. Fine, time for another break. That might work if you're in a superior shape and have been doing this for a while, so you know what your body can take and how difficult different terrains are for you. Here we go. Up. Whew. Okay, I think this was the hardest one. Hup. Yeah. Yeah, from here on out, much easier. But if you are out of shape, which you probably are, you should dispense with all of that nonsense and focus on the one thing that really matters to you. And that is gradually improving your fitness while not getting injured. That means going as slowly as you need to go. And it's gonna be fine. If you need to rest on the ground, rest on the ground. And it's gonna be fine. If you need to sleep, find a place to pitch your tent, which is not too hard to find, and sleep. It's gonna be fine. If you need to walk your bike slowly for miles and for days up a mountain, walk it slowly for miles and for days up a mountain. And you'll get better at it. And it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna go to the other side of the bike. This side of the bike. That's where I came from. All the way down there. Very far, very far. Vertically. Horizontally, it's not that far. It's like a mile or 2 miles. But vertically, let's check. 440 feet today so far. Might be double that by the end of the day. I came here directly from cold, snowy winter in Provincetown, where I was riding 30 miles a week on a flat terrain, and I was out of shape. On top of that, at the very beginning of my ride, there was a 5,000 foot tall mountain to climb, so I walked a lot up that mountain. I'm walking 2.7 miles an hour. Probably more than half of the ascent I walked. At a 5.4% grade. And it's gonna get steeper very soon. It took me a few days, but I got over the mountain. It wasn't such a big deal. And it was fine. It's nice to have a sun in the background. Makes this day a little better. Can't say it was miserable really, because I've never had a day like this so far, so can't say I disliked it all too much. Doing a 450 mile 36-day bike ride as the first ever bikepacking trip is generally not a good idea. A good idea is to start small, start with short, manageable rides that you know you can do with the equipment you already have, and increase the difficulty and complexity from there. The reason this worked for me is because I knew with certainty I was gonna do this. I started preparing for this trip in 2020, almost 2.5 years before I embarked on it. That's when I started buying the equipment and gear I knew I was gonna need, drawing up routes and researching every possible aspect of being on a trip I could think of. My point is, if you're going to have a successful first long bikepacking trip, prepare in advance mentally and practically to be very, very slow. Hike a bike, hike a bike, hike a bike. Hike, I'm hiking a bike, I'm hiking a bike, I'm hiking a bike. Hike a bike. Hike bike, hike a bike, hike a bike, hike a bike. Mental preparation will prevent you from pushing yourself when you should not be pushing yourself. If you need a lot of rest, your mental preparation will help you be okay with taking a lot of rest and not feeling like you're failing at your goals. It will make you feel okay if you have people in your life telling you how slow you are, or how little you have achieved, or how much you walk instead of ride your bike. If anyone tells you that, chances are they've never been bikepacking. And you're right not to care. This is everything I dreamed it would be. Here we go again. I just took a 5-minute, maybe 10-minute break from pushing this bike all the way up, like hundreds of feet. Hundreds of feet. Up, 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 up. And now it's time for another break because I'm not in shape. Practical preparation is a different matter entirely. If you're gonna be slow, you gotta make sure you have enough food and water to get you to the next supply point. Know your route. Know how far the next sources of water and food are. Carry more food and water than you think you might need. I always carried enough food to last me at least 3 days, which was always enough to get me to the next supply point. With water, there is a trade-off. It's heavy and you need a lot of it. The more you carry, the slower you will be. It will be more difficult to haul it up the mountain, and you will get tired and sweaty faster, and then you will need more water to drink than if you weren't so tired and sweaty. I came down from all the way down there. I'm tired and thirsty. The good news about this particular mountain I was climbing is that there was water everywhere. Dozens of little streams all over the place. So I didn't have to carry 3 or 4 gallons of water. 1 gallon was sufficient here. Generally speaking, carrying 1 gallon is not enough, but luckily for me, it was here. I get to refill my waters. When I was climbing Joshua Tree National Park, another 4,000 feet of elevation gain, there was no water on the way. But there were people, and a lot of people stopped and asked me if I was okay. I asked for water, and most of them gave me water, and they were happy to do it. It wouldn't be like that in a lot of other places, but in the deserts of California, a lot of people wanted to help. I wouldn't be able to do that trip without them. And that car right there is where I got my water. You know what? I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna drink it through a filter, but I'm gonna take it. If you're not comfortable with a certain route, pick a different route. Pick a shorter route, easier route. Make sure to have gear and equipment you might need. If you're going out of cell coverage, carry one of those satellite phones so you can call for help if you're in an emergency. It might save your life. Time for another hike-a-bike in the fog this time. for the sake of variety. Being prepared will allow you to experience bikepacking for what it's meant to be, at least for most of us. And definitely if you're out of shape. A way of having a good time, having fun, getting healthier and stronger, learning something about yourself and the world around you, and enjoying life. To the best of your ability.